Welcome, true believers. All right. Oh, holy cow. It's Sunday night. And we have waited. We were very patient. We didn't spoil anything. Mostly because we didn't stream on Wednesday. We were patient, though. And we did not spoil anything. But, if you're not watching WandaVision, just so you know, we are gonna definitely talk WandaVision because, like, holy crap, issue 7 or episode 7 was the bomb diggity, and in honor of episode 7, and in direct response to last week, we are doing our markups as requested on our Sabrina covers, and in honor of witchiness, we are, let's see, midnighter night, Monday morning here. Oh, the dread. Oh, my heck. Is it really Monday morning? Or, let's see, where would they be? Where would they be that's already Monday morning? Midnight? They've got to be in Europe, right? I only Holy poop balls. I don't even want to think about that. I am not prepared for Monday at all. I'm ready for a nap.
Ready for bed.
They did confirm they're in Europe. Midnighter does not want people to know. Well, welcome, Midnighter. We appreciate you being on. Let's make sure. See, Erica, do we have the multi-stream chat going?
Click on the multi-stream.
Where do? Let's see. Stream chat. I don't see Facebook on here. Allison's on. Allison, we have yet to figure out Discord on this machine, but it will happen. We did get the live cam working though, and I'm pretty confident that we're going to be able to do the live cam one of these times. So let's see. The second we got thumbs up for second. We did get a thumbs. Anyway. So hopefully, if you guys enjoy these markups, watching us do these markups, we can do these live now. I'm saying that with a high degree of certainty. And while I say that, I'm not looking at.
Knock on wood though, because the camera still blacks out.
Does it?
Yes.
Well, but hopefully if we're on.
We've got like 45 minutes, and then the camera shuts itself off.
Is it 45? Well, that's better than 30.
That's true.
I still don't think that we have the Facebook on here. Are we doing Facebook at the same time?
We should be.
Oh, poo-poo.
Nothing's changed.
I know, but I don't see it though. I mean, normally we have the options up here.
Let me ask Mom.
Oh, yeah, better. Mom's gonna be our plant for the Facebook audience. You know what? Hold on, let's see. I do see a couple of Facebook ads in the mini feed, but not in the chat. So. Gift a new sub now to be number 1. That's new. Anywho. So we're marking up Sabrina's here. And I did put the preview art up on the socials. So spoiler alert, you got to see the finished products already. But they're looking pretty good. So let's see, socials. Allison's got the socials up. We just can't see the chat. Maybe
Mom says we're not on Facebook.
We're not on Facebook. Booshu.
That's right. You censor yourself. Family friendly.
I caught myself. I didn't do the full swears. Why? Why is it not letting us?
I don't know, but I had to relog into.
Oh, that's right. We had like that crazy thing. I wonder if it booted us on. Anywho, we're gonna roll with it. You know what? Maybe I should pull up Facebook on my phone.
What would that do?
Well, I could see people chatting on Facebook on the phone. That's what that would do. Maybe we're gonna take a look here. What?
Mom sent me this.
What?
I think she might be on TikTok, not Facebook.
Oh, Mom. Well, but I put it on Facebook too.
You put it on TikTok?
I don't know.
Hang on, let me see that.
All right. Anyway, obviously we're still a little technologically challenged. Let's see. So we didn't set that up in OBS Studios. Oh, Yeah, that might be the other problem. All right. Anywho, I'm gonna be bummed if it's not on Facebook. But so we're doing these markups. When we are done with the live stream tonight, the auctions will go up. We're gonna have two separate auctions. I'm going to ask that if you bid on one, that you don't bid on the other. So we have Agatha all along, and we also have a Scarlet Witch. So you're going to have to pick which one you want to jump on to bid. So choose wisely. But my personal favorite was the Agatha. Oh my gosh, Eric, I already forgot the actress's name. Google the actress's name.
On it.
Okay. Huge fan of her work. She's on everything right now. I just watched a Netflix movie today with her on it. With Vigo, Aragorn. Catherine Hahn. She is in, what is it, Captain Freedom on Netflix right now, as well as she's on HBO Max. She has her own series on HBO Max. Where anyway, that one's not for the kids, and I have kids in the room, so Google it. She's an amazing actress, and I was excited to see her on WandaVision. And what can I say? What can I say? Marvel duped me all along. This episode is going to have episode 7 spoilers. So if you have not seen episode 7, you might want to just watch this on YouTube when we're done, and wait for the YouTube spoilage. Because we're definitely talking about it, episode 7 for sure. And so we were definitely wrong. Turns out it looks like Quicksilver was a red herring. The whole X-Men thing was just bait and switch. But
Which sucks.
Here's the thing though. Okay, what makes Marvel's stuff so successful in the cinematic universe? And it's the fact that they stick to the comics. And holy poop balls, have they done a good job sticking to the comics. I don't know what I was thinking with my wild speculation, because if you've basically followed this storyline, they're once again being as close and faithful to the comics as they can possibly be. And obviously what they're setting up at this point is they're setting up the Young Avengers Academy. And if you're a fan of Young Avengers, awesome for you. If you're an X-Men fan, looks like they're putting Baby in the corner still. Let's see. Hold on. We got Allison and Midnighter chiming in here. The reliability of the characters in the comics are still there in the MCU. Let's see. The relatability of the characters in the comics. Okay, sorry. First of all, I'm blind. Second of all, I'm old. Third of all, I'm dyslexic. So I am going to misread your post. So the reliability of the characters in the comics is still there. Well, and we've talked about this before. The beautiful thing about the Marvel Universe for years and years and years until someone invented the Ultimates was that Marvel had a continuous, coherent timeline. And they really prided themselves in that continuous, coherent timeline. And it wasn't until very recently did they start... Well, and that's not true. I mean, obviously you have Earth 616, and you have all the different, universes inside the Marvel universes. And they've played with it, but, obviously not to the extent of Egg Foo's on. Welcome, Egg Foo. Obviously not to the extent that DC did, but once again, DC did it out of necessity because their timelines and stories were so convoluted.
Yeah.
Marvel did, for the most part, Marvel has done an excellent job of keeping their timeline relatively clean, which leads to their ability or plays to their advantages when it comes to their cinematic universes, because that's what we all love and enjoy about the Marvel universe in cinema and in television, is that they're doing an excellent job of being completely aware of what everyone else is doing. And I mean, literally, you could probably start with Iron Man, and go in sequential order, and basically what we have now. How many movies do we have now?
Too many.
It's too many. Not too many if you're a fan. But anyway.
I don't know. I could have done it without Age of Ultron.
You know what though? But okay, look. If we didn't have Age of Ultron, we would not be enjoying WandaVision at this moment. So, so the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh. Let's see. D Jackson, how we doing? And hello to chat. Let's see. Ryan says 23? Question mark. 23, 20. Oh, 23 movies. Yes. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. And all of them were
fairly enjoyable.
There we go. Yeah. Some of them were excellent. Obviously, my favorites are Iron Man and Guardians of the Galaxy. Just
Really?
yes, yeah.
I didn't know that Guardians of the Galaxy.
The first one was fantastic, and you know, and I'll tell you the secret to why the first one was fantastic. My expectations were zero. I'm like, okay, let's go watch this steaming pile of poo, and it was great, and honestly, I think that was one of the reasons why I loved Iron Man so much, because the last Marvel film I had seen before an Iron Man came out was Ghost Rider. And oh my, you want to talk about
Nicolas Cage?
Yes, that was the one with Nicolas Cage. And I forever lost my ability to ever pick a movie when going to see the movies with my wife ever again, because the last movie I picked was Ghost Rider. And you know what? I didn't even put up a fight. I was just like, yeah, I get it. I can't choose movies anymore. And so, yeah. But let's face it, Jon Favreau came in, did Iron Man with Marvel Studios, and ever since then, Marvel's just been slam dunk after slam dunk, and we're all reaping the amazing benefits of that. So, but anyway, yeah. So Agatha's the big bad, and I do think it's interesting that they're hinting to the devil in the Marvel universe, Mephisto. Let's see, even a bad MCU film is better than Ghost Rider. Yeah, and you know what? I went back and watched Ghost Rider the other day just to make sure it was a bad film, and yes, it's still a bad film. Incredibly bad. Yeah, and not on purpose, like an Adam Sandler film. It's just bad. But ever since Marvel Studios has basically taken the reins back to their universe and basically shut everything else down, they've done a pretty smash-up job. I got to read some of the comments here real quick. It says, if you want a good Ghost Rider, watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Okay, thank you. Season 4, I think. All right, good to know. Yeah, especially if you're an Agent Coulson fan. They apparently they brought back Agent Coulson in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as well.
That was the most painful death in the Marvel universe.
Even more than Tony Stark.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you think they're just going to bring Tony back?
I would not be surprised if they were going to bring Tony back, but to be honest, like, I was ready for Tony to die. I was ready for one of the main characters to die.
Well,
but, like,
yeah.
With Coulson, just killed me.
Let's see. Let's see. The first couple of seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. are a little rough, but then it gets really good. And okay, so it's pulling Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I was about to say, don't expect him to watch that. Then he has a tendency to.
Oh well, okay. Let's
not get through those.
Let's bring it back to WandaVision. I mean, let's face it. The first 3 episodes of WandaVision, I was just watching because there was literally nothing else on television. I mean, it was almost a Doctor Who moment where you really didn't have anything else going on. I mean, you had The Expanse, but for the most part, it was a wide open fill thanks to the COVIDs. Let's see. Wait, D. Jackson, you haven't seen any WandaVision yet? Can you confirm in the chat that you have not seen any WandaVision yet? Because if that's true, and I'm not telling you not to watch, but you might not want to watch. If you haven't seen it, you might want to. Well, we've already spoiled it for you. Might as well just strap in because we've we've already talked about the big bad. So anyway, but I do think that we issued enough spoiler alerts that hopefully no one's getting shocked here. Allison, you haven't watched either? Oh my gosh, Allison. Let's see, Egg Foo. I felt like they were ready to get canceled, so they went nuts and it worked. Isn't that great? Isn't that's the great thing about being on anything that's about to get canceled. You just throw caution to the wind and jump in. Let's see. No, too busy to watch WandaVision. Been hunting dinosaurs in Ark. What's Ark?
I have no idea.
What is Ark?
This sounds like fun.
It does sound like fun. It's okay if you spoil it. Well, good, Allison, because we already have. I'm glad that Allison gave us her vote of approval. But yeah. Earmuffs if you don't want the spoilers, because holy poop balls, man, it's coming out right now. But obviously with the big bad reveal of Agatha, I've been singing Agatha's theme song ever since. Let's see.
I love that they made that the monsters.
I know. No, it was great. Yes, it was Agatha all along. Let's see. Hold on. Ark Survival Evolved is a fun multiplayer. Okay. All right. We're gonna trust you. You can hurt and tame dinosaurs. Okay. So just so you know, I used to be an avid video gamer, but before I was a video gamer, I was a tabletop gamer.
Was a tabletop gamer?
Still am a tabletop gamer. But, what happens is you have children, and children suck the life out of you. Look at how much I've aged. I have no hair. I blame it all on my kids.
I have less hair than you too. We're even.
It's called genetics, baby. All right, hold on, let's see. I do tabletop gaming too, so I know, right? Yes. Midnighter, now I'm going to say this much. I'll still kill the crap out of your Space Marines, okay? All right? I'll still kill them with this, because most people who choose Space Marines, it's their first army, and I take it full advantage. Now my Wraith Knight has no head. I lost it. Got everything else on there.
Hang on.
Here we go. We've got the 3D printed heads. But anyway, so I like playing games still, but my problem with video games is I get obsessed with them, and now you miss your Tyranids. Holy crap, Tyranids have a pretty sweet army right now, or they did in 8th before everything got bumped to 9th, and they bolstered everything Imperial up, which they do. They gotta sell their Space Marine models. So if you're an Imperial player, take advantage, because right now the Imperium, if you know what you're doing, should be able to crush just about everybody that has a Xenos army. But it doesn't matter. You got the old war dogs like me. They're gonna come at you. I got my Farseers on jet bikes now. You're strap in. All right. Anyway, let's see. I get that. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Agatha. So Ryan's singing the theme song with us, Erica. Agatha all along for sure. And now take a look. Seriously though, let's take a second. Take a look at this markup. No safety net. I mean, I did a little bit of Copic there. A little bit. Sorry, not Copic. Colorase, and that's a pretty awesome Agatha likeness. If I do say so myself. So, but yes. It was an awesome reveal, extremely faithful to the books, and they took everything from Scarlet Witch's past, and they've weaved it into a perfect tapestry, and they've wrapped it all up in WandaVision, and I'm loving the heck out of it. Like I said, I am frustrated that we didn't get the X-Men tie-in that we wanted, but kudos to Marvel for staying true to the MCU. So let's get back to the chat here. Allison's, haha, I get that, haha. And then Afu, who can I blame on my loss of hair on? Blame your parents. That's what Erica does.
I blame everything on you, because it's categorically true.
Even though she only has 50% of my genetic code, I still get blamed for everything. Anyway.
Mom is an angel.
Let's see. D. Jackson says, better Eldar than my poor benighted and sold Necrons. Hey, Necrons are still pretty vicious. Okay, what? It's like on a roll 4, 5, or 6, you pop up like a daisy. If we had a Mushu meme, we would play it right now. They're popping up like daisies. So what's that?
So that's a good movie.
It is a good movie. Okay.
That cracks me up.
And that's what it's like playing Necrons in 40K. Anyway, let's see. I still have a huge something. Moria Goblin Army. Okay, is that must be Lord of the Rings? I'm thinking when it comes to. Is this Warhammer 40K? Yes, Ryan, it is. Yes. I hid my nerddom from you well when I taught you in college, but now that you're watching me on live streams, it's all pouring out. Silly Xenos. I may also, let's see, own about 100 board games. Well, you're always welcome to come over to our house and play Catan and destroy any friendship that we ever might have hoped of having.
Because that's what we do.
Because that's what we do. That's how we roll. Erica, tell them about when did we play? Saturday?
We're petty.
So Erica no longer tries to win at Catan. She just tries to make sure that I don't win at Catan. And when I don't win,
succeed.
And she did. She shut me down pretty well. Let's see, Streamlabs. Daggone it, Erica. We still gotta. It's still trying to sell people. Art of Chad Harden Volume 3. Okay, so obviously we're getting better at the streaming. We still need to update things though. So it says, yeah, I abandoned the Necrons in 40K back in 5th edition. Oh, D Jackson. Oh, you bailed too soon. 5th edition was okay. Let's talk. We're going to talk a little bit about 40K editions. 5th edition was steaming poo. That was the dark time. You had 1st edition forever, and let's face it, 1st edition needed 2nd edition. Catan is evil, yes. And 2nd edition was the edition we played for years and years, and that's back when Eldar ruled the universe. I mean, I could go up to anybody with my Farseer and my Super Cheese Psychics and shut everybody down, and everybody hated Eldar, deservedly so, because we're a punk army. But now Eldar are some of the most expensive units in the game, with toughness 3, save 5+, and anyway, if you don't know how to play Eldar, it is not a starting army. We'll phrase it that way. But I'm hoping that we just right at the end of 8th edition, we saw the plastic release of the Howling Banshees, and I'm hoping that when they plastic release the rest of the Aspect Warriors, we'll get some of our cheese back, maybe a drop in some of the point values. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw the new rules for the Space Marine Eradicators, but people cried about Fire Dragons. All right, you guys cried. Let's face it. If you played 40K, you were balling. And Games Workshop was like, "Oh, we can't have the Eldar beating our Space Marines," and so they shortened. They cut all of our ranges down to 12 inches, and basically, and I still kill you. It's okay. I roll with the punches. But the new Eradicators are insane. They're just insane. If you haven't seen the rules for them, they're nuts. Anyway, so let's get back to the chat here. You know what, D Jackson, come on over to the house. We'll play some 9th edition, and we'll get you back up to speed. You can borrow here. I got a box of Necrons for you. Erica, toss me that box. Toss me that box right there, baby.
Which one?
The Necron box right there. You see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. D Jackson, I got a box of Necrons right here for you. I bought these for Kill Team, which is
That's what you get when you don't
hey,
put your stuff away.
that's Mom's blanket. That blanket weighs 40 pounds. Anyway,
This is Michaela's blanket.
is it?
Yeah.
All right.
It's nice and warm.
But yeah, let's see. I can bring you some first. Yeah, but so far 9th edition's looking pretty good. They incorporated a little bit of the Kill Team rules when it comes to hand-to-hand combat. But next week We're taking a man trip, grabbing my buddies from high school, and we're gonna play Warhammer all week long. So wish me luck. I'll let you guys know how it goes. Probably no streaming next week. This week some. Next week, I no. I'm gonna be on vacay. So I'm warning you now. Let's see. Basic. Oh, so here's Ryan. Basically, all I know about 40K is the Astarte short film and the Flash Kit cartoons. So, Ryan, are those the ones where the Black Templars fight the furries? Is that what we're talking about here? And D. Jackson says that's all you really need to know, actually. I have no army and refuse to risk re-addiction to GW stuff, just like Magic the Gathering. Now, if you haven't heard, this is a perfect segue into another nerd event. Magic the Gathering someone just sold a Magic the Gathering card for 6 figures. I had that stupid card. I had multiples of that stupid card. Don't throw away your geek stuff, folks. Don't throw it away, all right? Right now it's a buyer's market. I see people because, yes. Allison's like, holy crap, no way. Yes way. Yeah. Yeah, I could have bought my home with Magic cards that I have given away for, yeah. Magic is going nuts. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Black Lotus, yes. Yep. Yes. Yes. I was there at the beginning of Magic. All of my cards were first edition, and I am a huge nerd. I would always buy one to play with and one to keep. And I sold them for pennies. I probably sold it for like $20. Yeah. Yeah, a little upset with myself. Now, I still have my Giant Size X-Men #1 though, and with the Marvel reboot, hopefully I will regain some of that lost cash. Yeah, Midnighter Pains. Yeah. Let's see. I think I saw that Magic the Gathering is working on a Warhammer set. Not sure if Warhammer or 40K. Yeah, I hope so. It's really weird. So, whenever there's a lot of consolidation right now. Warhammer actually has a Marvel comic, and one of the first books I ever did was Warhammer for Boom Studios. If you have the Warhammer Online Special Edition, there's some Chad Hardin graphic novels in that special edition. It was one of my first paying gigs in comics, and my buddy Johnny is a little upset that I'm not doing the Warhammer 40K comic for Marvel. Let's see. Eggfoo's chiming back in. Let's see. Yeah, 40K, also a Lord of the Rings set. That might be interesting. I don't know if it's enough to bring me back in. Like I said, I have to be really selective with my time. I love video gaming, but I'm the type of person that I start playing video games and 8 hours later, the sun's coming up. I haven't slept. I haven't gotten any work done. And I've only died like 40 times in Fallout 4. So anyway, I switched back to the whole tabletop because it seems to be a little bit healthier. I can paint for 8 hours, and at least I have a finished miniature at the end of the 8 hours, and I have something pretty that I can put up on my toy shelf. So, but what if you want to face me at my most evil? You don't want to play Catan. Oh no, Power Grid or Ticket to Ride. Okay, so Erica, D. Jackson's throwing down the Ticket to Ride challenge. Do we accept?
I don't think I've ever actually played Ticket.
Oh yeah, yeah we have. Aunt Bonnie's.
Yeah, but was I in Cedar at the time?
No.
I don't think I was playing that.
Well, all right.
I played Pandemic.
Let's see.
Which is horrible and fun.
I recall some 40-hour gaming sessions at Gen Con. Well, I'm about to one-up you because as of Thursday, as of end of classes on Thursday night at 8 o'clock, I'm doing a straight week of 40K 9th edition. So, I will see your 40-hour gaming session, and I will raise you spring break. So,
you're not excited at all about that.
And I'm old, D. Jackson. So, if I can do it, but now how come you're not excited? You get the basement to yourself for a week.
No, I can go see Grandma and Grandpa and Andy.
Oh well, Erica's going to go spend quality time with family. I'm going to neglect my family and play games like a 12-year-old. I've done 4 days straight, but not a week. Not yet. Okay. Something to aspire to. So anyway, we've already finished. I'm not even watching our drawing, but we've already finished the Agatha in the drawing session. Now let's get back down to brass tacks. So we've been playing with the camera setup, and we've got it figured out. I can do about what you said, 45. We can do 45 minutes of live streaming on the camera where I could be drawing whatever markup you want on whatever book you want. Is that the four? Let's see. The background image is adorable, by the way. What background image? Oh, you mean okay? So I'm doing it. This is a markup on a book. So this is during our last stream. I asked everybody what they wanted to see because we got done with the Homoko. We had the Homoko auction, and that went well. So this is my cover. My surprise comics cover to Sabrina the Teenage Witch #1, which we were super excited for, and we were going to sell out in like a week or two, and then COVID hit. Thanks, COVID. And anyway, we still have copies. Not as many as we did, but we still have a handful of copies. And so I decided that it was highly appropriate, since everybody was a witch, to do Agatha and Scarlet Witch as remarks on my Sabrina the Teenage Witch #1. So, D Jackson, it's all on Netflix. All you got to do is watch Netflix, and that'll get you up to speed. Now, Erica and my wife hate the Netflix version of Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
It's not Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
It's Netflix Game of Thrones Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead and give it a watch, and obviously the comics have nothing to do with that, so maybe just read the comics too. But anyway, we're all witches here. I figured it was appropriate. D Jackson, you just gotta put it on while you draw. That'll help you out. So anyway, we're marking these up, but you know what, Erica? I don't have anything to write on. Let's hear what you want. What you want the first live markup to be, because I do think that we can definitely get that going now. We're to the point. We don't have a Facebook in the chat, which that was a little bit of a setback. But for whatever reason, we had to. I don't know what it was. We had to log into everything this week. But now listen, if you're into board games, I'm gonna do a shout out. We'll probably try and raid my friends. Natalie's on. Yay, Natchan. How we doing? So when we're done with our live stream, we'll go raid the Ha Ha Heart channel, and you can watch them play D&D as a family. The family that plays D&D together stays together. So we'll go support them when we're done drawing funny pictures here. So I play games and I know things. That's what I do. You know, I used to. I draw stuff and I no longer know anything. So that's my tagline.
There you
go. Oh yeah, D&D family. So Natalie, good to see you. How you doing, Natalie? We haven't seen you in a long time. Haven't seen anybody in the Southern Utah area. We stepped out of the house for the first time in a year yesterday, and it was a disaster. No one in Utah. Anyway, people in Utah still have no concept of what social distancing is, nor do they have a concept of wearing a mask. So anyway, that did not last long. We decided not to get the plague of the 21st century and go back home. Yeah, no, I got the reference. We love Tyrion here too. Tyrion also has not Tyrion. What's the name of the actor? Dinklage?
Give me a second.
Or am I just being... Alright, hold on. Tyrion, the actor. Tyrion. I want to say Peter Dinklage. Is that right? Yes. Midnighter confirmed. Peter Dinklage. He also has a new movie on Netflix. I Care a Lot. So yes, yeah. So go watch Vigo on Captain Freedom, and go watch Peter Dinklage on I Care a Lot on Netflix. Both pretty good movies. If you were a fan of Gone Girl, you will like I Care a Lot. If you were not a fan of Gone Girl, you probably will not like I Care a Lot, because that title is full of sarcasm. The Nat Chan says, I am usually in a D&D game during this time or on my own channel. Oh, so we should be rating Natalie. That's what Natalie's saying. So I don't get to be here often, but I do get your notifications. We're working on it, Natalie. We're trying to get up to speed. But we will definitely look into rating you at a future date. Let's see. And yes, Utah sucks when it comes to masking. Stuff. Ooh, nice save there, Chad. I'm slowly watching the latest season of The Mandalorian with my family, as you should. As you should. Come on, Boston. We do come to Boston. We do really well on masks. Okay. We're not going to Boston. I'm glad somebody in the United States is doing it well. And you know what? Let's face it. If anybody in the United States was going to do well, it would be Boston. But Boston's a little rough for me. Yeah. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to stay in the Southwest, where if I have a problem, I can shoot someone. That's, I'm joking. Bad joke. But anyway. Let's see. I work retail, and yeah, we are the only state that has issues with no masks. I don't know. I'm sure there's others. But yeah. We were outside for a little while, and it was painfully obvious to why we.
Still in the red?
Yeah. Yep. We just can't get our stuff together. I do hope to visit Utah this fall for a con. Perhaps we can do the throwdown then. So what cons are you going to? We've been invited to Anime Bonsai in October. So I'm hoping that we should all have our vaccines by then, and that we can start going back to shows. We've been invited to a show in Florida, and we've been invited to a show in Casper, Wyoming, and I've never been to Wyoming. So the one Gemma is going to be in October. So that probably is Anime Bonsai. What I mean for my... Oh, okay. Gotcha, Allison. All right. Thank you for the clarification. Oh, hell yeah. If that happens, I'll see you, Jesse, and Eyes performing as a group. So I have to be there then. If we're not there, it's going to be because of a conflict. I'm pretty sure that my cousin Brian wants me to come out to Houston at the same time. So we are trying to nail down our dates. But at the same time, I'm really not making any solid plans until I get vaccinated. So I've made it this far without catching the vids, and I'm going to see if I can't get my vaccination before I venture out of my hobbit hole. Because with my luck, if I caught it, I would catch it the day before my immunization and die immediately. That's just my personal luck. So
start knocking on the wood there.
Yeah. So let's hope we can get the Chatster some vaccinations. Let's see. Yeah. Oh well, or if you prefer, speaking of nicknames, if you prefer my new nickname, Toph McHarden.
Why?
Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about comics. So if you haven't seen, Todd McFarlane, Spawn #1 is the all-time. Hope to go to another con in the U.S. in the future. Give me that vaccine pronto. Exactly. Me too. Hey, Toph. It's TOFF. Excuse me. Might be the best in Atlanta, but you're I don't know. Okay, you're gonna have to give me context on that one. You lost me. But So if you've been hanging out on the interwebs, you'll see that not only is the Lotus Magic the Gathering card blowing up right now. Let's see. But you're not that blind, right? Avatar the Last. Okay. All right. Sorry, in an acronym. See, I'm not an Avatar fan yet. Keep trying, but I haven't. Sort of trying. I'm trying to build up the courage to get past season 1. Because everyone, well, here's the problem. Everyone talked it up way too much. Like my students, my kids, everyone talked it up way too much. I've seen almost all of season 1, and I'm just like, I don't get it. And everyone's like, you got to hang on until season 2. And I guess if I hung through 3 episodes of WandaVision where I was just looking at the television going like, what am I watching?
Yeah, what is that about?
Because I like the MCU. I've grown up with the MCU, and I'm a complete Marvel zombie nerd. That's what that's about. Okay.
But you also watched The Dragon Prince.
But The Dragon Prince was good. From the start, The Dragon Prince was really good. Yes, it was. I'm not a huge fan of Avatar, but many of my friends are. So yeah, that's how I feel. That's how I feel.
So you finished it.
Okay, Erica says I can't have an opinion. Anyway, back to Toph McHarden. So one of the things that's been going crazy on the internet, as well as Magic the Gathering cards, is Spawn number 1. Now, this should not be happening. And I'm going to tell you why. Because there were 2 million copies sold of Spawn number 1. It is not a rare comic. It is a comic that everybody that collects comics owns, and they own at least 4 or 5 copies of it. Except for, wait for it, the newsstand edition, in which there were only 5,000 copies. So apparently, if you own a Spawn number 1 with a barcode, let's see. So Egg Foo just confirmed. See, I probably have like 10 Egg Foo, but I don't know if I have any with the barcode. I'd have to pull them out of storage and take a look. But if you have a Spawn number 1 with a barcode, apparently they're selling right now for about $5,000, and if they're CGC, they're selling for more. So anyway, in the mocking of the Spawn number 1 frenzy that's going on right now, somebody made a fake eBay cover of Spawn number 1 with a giant barcode on it, and it says signed by Toph McHarden. And since Harden was in the name, I've adopted the name Toph. And I'm charging $159 per Toph McHarden signature. So if you need a Toph McHarden signature, you've come to the right place. Line forms here. Just bring your $159.99, and I'll get you that signed book. Oh, I better look. Yes, I got a watch to register for a booth at Anime Bonsai. Oh, they're doing it. So yeah, Allison, you wanna jump on that now? D Jackson does the face palm. Yeah, but it's still I was sort of stoked to be implied somehow to Todd McFarlane. I took it as a compliment, and now I'm running with the gag, and I'm going to run with it until that horse dies. So
I like Grunkle Chad better.
Well, okay.
That one cracks me up because it's relatable.
It is relatable, and I am grunky. I'm grunky.
You're
grunky. Take a drink.
And grumpy.
I am grumpy, and I'm an uncle. How many times am I an uncle?
Too many to count.
Just so you know, Joy's the youngest of 10 children, and her family had a competition to see like which sibling could have the most kids. So that makes me an uncle probably at least 50 times. What do you say?
I want to say we counted it, and we had 63 first cousins.
Okay, I have 63 nieces and nephews. So Uncle Chad is a very common.
And that's not counting their children.
And that's not counting. Yeah, that's not being a great uncle. Yeah.
Thanksgiving is a circus.
Yeah. Everybody's like, yeah, welcome to Utah. Welcome to Utah. And so anyway, Grunkle Chad is by far probably the most popular alias that I own. But I'm going to run with the Toff McCartan. So, and I'm hoping I get a booth next to Todd. I have 2 nephews and 2 uncles. Yeah, as you should. As you should. That's all we're going to say about that. Anyway, so as you can see here, we're cranking into our Wanda remark on Sabrina, and whipped out the Copics for this. So this method that I've developed, we airbrush acrylic paint onto the cover, and once it dries, it gives us a very paper-like surface that we can both pencil on and Copic on, which allows for some amazing markups. And we did talk about this. As well. We will be having a signing through Underground Comics. And daggone it, okay, Erica, how do we do the link? If I do the exclamation point in the chat, does it pop the link up?
Which link?
In chat, Allison. If I type the link in the chat, let's see.
If you type the link in the chat, everyone will be able to see it.
Well, that's what we're trying to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The explanation in front of the
So hold on, let me see if we can do this, guys. Everybody clap. Let's see if everyone claps, if I can pull this off. Let's see. Think. All right, hold on. Let's see. Come on, where's he at? Okay, here we go. All right, so here we go. Uh-oh, my phone's about to die. Better do this quick. Copy. All right, so we've copied the link. Now I'm going to go to Twitch. Let's see if we can do this. Where's it? Oof. Twitch must be under social. Here we go. All right, let's see. Straight to the stream manager. All right, here we go. I know we're live. Where's the chat? Come on. Okay, I think I'm closer to the chat. View dashboard. All right, here we go. Chat. Come on. Let's see, everybody. I did it. All right, so right there, if you click on that link right now, you can sign in, and you can. Good job. If you click on that link, you can sign up for your own remark. You can send Underground your books. You can get a fancy markup just like this on the book of your choice. If you send it to Underground Comics, these remarks are going for $100. You can get a plain old, fairly inferior Sharpie remark for $25. And you can get your book signed for $5. What a deal. Remember, if I was signing as Toff McCartan, they'd be $159.99. So $5 is a steal, folks. Anyway, let's see. Let me read some of the chats here. Let's see. Got it. GGGG. Do you want me to add that to your commands? That'd be great, Allison. If I just press exclamation point Underground, that would be dope if that would pop up. So if you guys are interested, we haven't had any shows this year, haven't had any signings, but we do have that going on through Underground. So, and we've been doing the auctions, and the auctions have been doing really well. But there's a lot of people that sometimes those auction prices get a little crazy, and people get outbid. So there's a lot of people that have been trying to get in the auction action for. Or the fancy remarks for around the $100 mark. Now is your chance, folks. Now is your chance. Make sure that you go to Underground. Make sure that you send them your books, and they will also allow those to be CGC. Now, that being said, I do feel like I'm gonna give people the option to get these remarks submitted to CGC. And we're also going to give people the option to have them pressed. Now, I do believe that if we sent these books in right now, I do believe they would come back at a bare minimum as a 9.0. I'm optimistic that they would come back at around a 9.6. But I think if we got impressed before we sent them in, they would probably come back almost a guaranteed 9.8. Now, I shouldn't even say guaranteed, but I don't see why they wouldn't come back at a 9.8 if we got impressed. So, if you're interested on bidding, excuse me, if you're interested in bidding on these tonight, remember the auctions are only going to go for 24 hours. So, if you bid tonight, I will, for an extra $35, we will have them CGC'd through the Nerd Store, which is our favorite store our favorite comic store in Salt Lake Valley that offers CGC services. We will have them submitted through the Nerd Store, and we can have them pressed as well. Now, the pressing won't be through the Nerd Store. It'll be through my lifelong pal Ian Johnson, but we'll get them pressed, and then we'll send them off. So there's been a lot of people requesting that, and the Nerd Store has offered to basically do it for us. So we'll get them signed, we'll get them sent out, and you could probably get these wonderful markups that you're seeing right now. And like I said, I can't guarantee what they're going to come back as, but I would be shocked if they didn't come back at a high 9. Okay, so anyway, if you've been waiting for it, now's the time. Now's the time, and yeah, it looks like, so Erica, it looks like we're about an hour into it, and it looks like the markup's done. I'm trying right now. It looks like I'm trying to pick up something with the needed eraser. Yeah. We probably should have edited that part out, but we didn't. But anyway. So, now before we end, we're only going to be doing an hour live stream tonight, but before we end, I want to know, so Erica, we got Harley Quinn's #1, okay, the Harley Quinn Rebirth #1. I got every variant from every artist out there, including the very hard to get ones, alright, so we can do remarks on those. We have Harley Quinn 25th anniversary #1s. We still have copies of Sabrina #1. We have sketch covers for Teen Titans. We have sketch covers for Harley. We have sketch covers for Star Wars.
Sketch covers for G.I. Joe.
So, and Allison added the Underground link. Let's see, sad. Only now, I know it, but we're trying to add features is what we're doing. So next time when we come back and we do it, I'll be drawing over there. Eric will be emceeing over here. Hopefully we'll have the Discord connected so everybody can jump on the Discord channel and we can all chat for reals and not just talk through this. And I'm really bummed that I don't know what happened where we got disconnected from Facebook, because that's most of the people that watch this through Facebook. So anyway, we're learning, we're getting better, but obviously we still have a lot to learn. So anyway, but yeah, only an hour tonight. And I'm putting the fine details. You can see I'm basically putting the highlights on Wanda here with the gel pen. So we're getting close to wrapping these. But for sure, make sure that you watch for the auctions to pop up. The second we're done with the live stream, we're gonna go straight to Facebook page, Chad Harn Art on Facebook page, and we'll get those auctions going. And like I said, this is what everyone wanted last time, so I hope that you show up there and show your support. And then Eric, and we are officially done because Erica's got the how long does the just the straight up picture run, Erica?
I think that's 30 seconds.
30 seconds, and then we'll show the Agatha one as well. Like I said, we're going to do 2 separate auctions. I asked people not to bid on both. Please pick one or the other, and the purposes for that is just hopefully that I'm getting drawings to a wider fan base. That's the whole point. So thank you, D Jackson, and like I said, we will be back for sure. We apologize for missing Wednesday. Sometimes things just get crazy. I can't even remember what happened on Wednesday, but obviously we weren't in a position where we could stream.